Okay, so we are at part 3 of the video. I'm not sure if you guys can hear me or not. I don't have a mic on. So bear with me. I might have to mute this, put a voiceover. But, you know, as much as I need to film today, it's been kind of a mess. But anyway, so it's been a Monday. Yeah, it's been a Monday. So the last thing that we're going to cook, I think you saw the finished product for the most part of what the spaghetti with the squash or the spring vegetables look like. So the last thing we're going to do is the chorizo with the bell pepper tacos with salsa verde. I'm going to do a little bit of variation of it, and we're going to get this done. And then after that, then I turn on my crock pot for the first part of the video. So if you missed the first and second part, please go back to that. I'll show you. We'll go do a whole entire walkthrough with that, and let's get it going. All right. So the last bit, I feel like I don't really have to do too much. The only thing I'm doing right now that's slightly different from what I do typically is I have a sour cream sauce I have to make. But besides that, everything else is going to be kind of the same when it comes to tacos and all that. So we're going to get right to it and get done. I'm hungry. I am hungry. And so this may not be as long a video as what we're thinking. So also too, for those who are familiar with my channel, I do not use regular milk or regular, I'm lactose intolerant. So this is like a vegan sour cream alternative that we're going to be using. That we got for Trader Joe's. Exactly where I'm not gonna measure exactly. I know about 2 of these this is almost probably half of a cup, but this is good enough. So I did about 2 dollops. Cause really, so when it comes to, tablespoon, 3 tablespoons is 8, and 6 tablespoons would be a quarter. So, and I did heapings, so this is definitely about a quarter. Probably a little less, a little bit more. I'm not too worried about it. And then we're gonna do a tablespoon of water. I'm just gonna do just a little bit here. Because also too, it's probably based off the consistency what you want. So this is about a tablespoon. I did probably a little bit more, but this is another thing that happens. So you guys are seeing an example of what happens when your girl is hungry and she's cooking. So right now, your girl is starving, and it calls for like a tablespoon of lime juice. So we got some limes. The lime, the coconut, lime and the coconut. And then we're gonna use my lime thing. Oh my gosh. I need more water too. Whew. When I tell you today has been Monday-ing, it's been Monday-ing. Minus talking to my parents. That part's been cool. Everything else, I'm just kind of like, yo. What is going on here? What is happening? I'm going to do one more because I like limes. And I feel like limes don't squeeze nearly as much as like lemons do, so you don't get as much. So we're just gonna do a whole entire lime and call it good. Oh yeah, this should get it done. All right, we're combining it clearly because it's gonna be our sauce. So it should be a sauce, not like sour cream. It should be more of a sauce. So I'm just stirring it up. And personally, because I like a little bit more flavor in my stuff, I'm gonna add and what I added, this also has more limes in, but also has chili powder in it. And also I believe has paprika too. No, just peppers. Yeah. And this is going to be like our sauce. Oh yeah. That's what we're going to put on top of the tacos. And we're making 8 tacos total because this is for like 8 meals. Yeah. So I'm going to get my meal prep kits ready that I just used earlier on. And this has salt in it, so I'm not gonna add any salt. So that's what we're gonna do. And then we're also gonna need a pan to heat our tortillas. Calls for 8 tortillas, so there's that. And one thing I am going to add to this that I didn't call for, but I love onions. I'm not sure why I didn't call for it. I'm adding onions. So, yeah, when I get back to the regularly scheduled program, you better believe we're going to do that. And also for the chorizo, I am pescatarian, typically. I know I do have a meal prep time where I do have a meal prep video where I do cook meat. This is not one of those. So this is gonna be soy chorizo, and it literally has similar consistency as everything is meat. Okay, so I had to improvise a little bit, and I was getting everything out of the casing because it took some time. Well, not quite everything. This is still in the casing, but I had to get out like the packaging. And also too, if you notice, this is gonna be some fast pace meal I'm doing this evening, because this is up at medium, but tortillas cook quickly if you don't realize that. So we're gonna go ahead and get this ready. This oil is probably extra hot. And I wasn't able to buy the same brand of chorizo both times around. So this chorizo's consistency is not quite the same, but the flavors are the same. So we're gonna be doing like a mixture of both when it comes to the chorizo of it all. The Trader Joe's one is like the consistency of like actual chorizo, which is one of the things I like about the Trader Joe's brand. This is the one right here where you just take it out of the casing and it literally crumbles and all that. And it's soy based. Because it calls for a pound of this stuff. And in both cases that I got, is only about 12 ounces versus 16 ounces that I need for it to be a pound. So that's kind of the other thing that you might just notice what's going on there. Okay, and then flip. So this is all the chorizo, and then I also need to add my vegetables in here too. Because this is not actual meat, this is going to take way less time to cook, clearly. So all I got to do for this is brown it up, and then it should be done. So really, I'm just chopping it up, making it a thing, and then the other thing I need to do, and I'm going to set this aside. And then I'm going to need to add a little bit more oil to cook the tortillas, because we're going to be doing some crazy multitasking now, as you can tell. Okay. So then it calls for us to cook the bell peppers, and I'm adding onions with the chorizo. Typically when I cook it, I have the vegetables separate. So I'm not sure how that's gonna do, but we're about to find out, I guess, right? I don't mind trying new things, so. Probably like, wow, you are on a mission right now. It's kind of weird. When I get hungry, I start moving a lot quicker. But in a way that's still somehow safe, believe it or not. I'm gonna do a weird little thing where I do this whole deal. This is not the best thing, but sometimes you gotta make it do what it do. And do things the unconventional way. But also try to be safe all at the same time. Because one thing I noticed, one thing you may notice, I use the same knife all the time here. And kind of do a little behind the door type deal. And try not to go too much behind the door. For these reasons. Tasking. This one out. Next one here. And And bell peppers is a stem seeded and sliced thin. So we're slicing it. I didn't slice the onions quite that thin, but that's because I love onions. But I am trying to adhere the recipe just a little bit. I needed to use, because it calls for 12-inch pan. This is not quite, I know this isn't a 12-inch pan, this is smaller, but I did not want to bring out my 12-inch pan, but now I'm thinking, crap, probably should have. And I lost an onion, but I wasn't going to put it back in there. I just don't like that the onion is on my stovetop. So it's going to be more cleaning for later. But this is kind of what it's looking like. You bring it closer. Well, it's as close as I'm going to get right now. See it? Yeah. And this is done. Okay. It calls for another red pepper, and I haven't even gotten to that yet. Child, the way this is so late for me to eat, the way this is going to drive me nuts, but that's okay. I guess better late than never. The rest of it. I'm gonna switch pans. A large enough pan. See, I'm glad I did that because I felt like my chorizo was cooking unevenly, and we really don't want that. See, this is so much better. I need to move it to a larger pan, which I'm glad I did. I'm gonna add a little bit of water in this because of the consistency of non-meat chorizo cooks way differently and your regular chorizo. Alright, so we got that fixed, kind of. That was just kind of driving me nuts. I was like, what is happening? Next deal. And then I'm going to turn this off because that's just it. It doesn't really need to cook for a super long time. But, oh yeah. See, this looks way better. This is given what needs to be gave now. And it cooked way more evenly now. It wasn't cooking evenly. That was what was bothering me. I was like, what is going on? Okay. Body oil, which is nuts that I got that done fairly quickly. But yeah, this is the tacos. The seasonings are gonna be in tacos. And yeah, then after that, it's gonna be just basically the salsa. So let's at least bring one of these here. And clearly I really did. So let's go a little bit more this way. So you see this. I don't want to put this in the taco container. So instead I'm gonna put this on the side here for the ones that are gonna be meal prep versions. For obvious reasons. And then this remaining amount is almost kind of the amount that I need for myself for what I'm having for dinner. And then, oh, and you know what I even forgot to do? Which is okay, it's in here. I had it in there after the fact, but that's okay. Oh, you know what else I'm gonna add? Because this actually does have cumin in it. I'm gonna add this in here too. It's also from Trader Joe's. Not a lot because I already add the other seasonings and we don't want it to be too salty. Because otherwise, with both of them, it's gonna be really salty. We don't want that because also chorizo's. If you're using real chorizo, that's gonna be salty anyway because it's, you know, pork-based product. Or a pig-based product, and things like that are just naturally kind of salty anyway. So, yeah. So we're almost, I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the heat. All right, we're almost at the conclusion of this, which, whew, child, thank God. So, I'm gonna use the tongs. And if you're wondering, yeah, I did some cleaning up in between, so. I want to be done. Some of you guys probably can tell I want to be done. So I'm actually gonna do something like this. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how I'm gonna do this. Yeah, I wasn't sure. It calls for so much peppers, like bell peppers. It calls for just as much of that as it does meat, so that's kind of interesting. So, all right, so we got that on the main one that I'm eating tonight. And so I'm just gonna put this here like that, and that's gonna be my meal prep for some of the other days. It's given a certain portion, so then I can just put that on top like that. Okay. Still got a lot left here, like quite a bit. So I'm not sure how I'm supposed to separate this out. I guess these are gonna be pretty meaty tacos, I guess. That's about as much as I want on that one. And then this. Yeah, it's a lot of meat it calls for. Here. All right, that's the rest of it. We got all that in there. And then for my own stuff, this is what it looks like when you put this on here. Let's do the additional amount. And then that's that on that. Of course, we're putting that on top. That's like the very last thing we do. And guess what? It's almost already time for me to get my crock pot going. So I'm going to be closing this video very shortly. And yes, I'm still clean as I go kind of girl. But at this point, I'm going to be concluding this video. And I will be... And this is a salsa that we're using. I'm just going to put that on top. And that's our tacos. So that concludes the video for today. And it was rough. My battery on my phone was dying as I was filming. My mic went out multiple times. I had to get another mic. My cats were acting a fool. I'm cooking while I'm hungry. It's nuts. And the funny thing is, yeah, I still cleaned before I started eating. I still haven't ate yet and I need to eat. But now I just real quick wanted to just check in to say hey, I'm going to go ahead and turn on the slow cooker and to conclude the first part, because the other parts, of course, we've seen the end results of that. So anyway, if you get anything out of this video, or if you don't get anything out of this video, please like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Also, if you notice, my nose is a little red. My allergies also have been acting a fool. This has been a Monday. It's been a Monday. But anyway, it's your girl Sharon, aka the Melanin Nostalgic Runner, and I will see you next time. Bye.